Hello friends, welcome back to our CCNA 200-301 series. Today is video number 79. In video number 79, we are going to discuss about the interface and the cable types. We have theory in this one. If you see the Cisco syllabus, that is CCNA 200-301 PDF file of the Cisco, if you see 1.3, compare physical interface and cabling type, then we have the 1.3a single mode fiber, multi fiber, copper, and 13.b is connection Ethernet share media point to point, and 13.c is a concept of PoE, power over Ethernet. So this is a theoretical part actually we are going to cover in this video. This is just idea. You need to have the idea about the what are the cable types we are going to use and what is the power over Ethernet. Just theory, simple theory. So we are going to cover this one, and after that we will see identify interface, that is 1.4, identify interface and cabling issue, collision, mismatch. We are going to see this one also. Okay, and one more topic we have the small office, home office, SOHO, and we have some cloud topics also. After that I think we are finished with the pending topic. Then we can start our the main topic, that is our network automation. The last point, if you see 6.0 automation and programmability. As per our student request, what I am doing, whatever is pending, I am trying to cover that one. After that I am going to start the last topic. So in this video comments, try to write whatever is pending. If I miss anything, write that one, so I will try to cover that one. Then we will going to start the 6.0. okay, so this is a video number 79. Let's start in this. If you see here, compare physical interface and the cabling type. As we know the physical interface, if you take the Cisco packet tracer, we have the interface. As from long time we are learning, like we will write interface f0 by 0, f0 by 2. If you want to check the interface property, you will write show interface f0 by 0 or anything like this. We learn from no shutdown to make the interface up. And if you need to get the detail of interface, we need to write show IP interface brief, and you can write show interface f0 by 1. Let me open this one. If you want to check, this is the just introduction, but we are covering this topic at the last. Like I will write show IP interface brief to check the interface status. Okay, and if I want to see, like I will write show IP show IP interface, like this. You can show interface example f0 by 1. You can get the interface detail, what is the interface and what is MTU, that is the maximum transmit, what you can transmit to this interface, and how many packets are transmitting output and how many packets are input, whatever error you are getting. If you want to check the detail of that interface, you can look here. So we have interface, different types of fast Ethernet, gigabyte Ethernet, many interface we have here. Okay, so now the main thing, we already learned the interface in our old videos, the videos which we are covering from long time. Now main thing, we need to look for the cable types. So if you see, we have single mode. This is as per our Cisco syllabus. So first of all, we will see what is networking cable, what is networking and cabling. So cable is a media through which the information usually move from one device to another device. In simple words, we can say cable is a medium through which the information can move from one network to another network. There are several types of cable available depending upon your organization design, depending upon your requirement. You can select which cable is suitable for you. Okay, and so let's start the characteristics, different types of cable used in our network. If you see, we have different types of cable. UTP cable, unshelled twisted pair cable, shelled twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, optical fiber, that is fiber optic cable. So we have these types of cable. If you see, this cable, twisted pair cable, has the pair of wire with each pair twisted to eliminate the electromagnetic interference, because it is twisted. I will show you picture here. If you see, let me show you one more here. If you see like this, this is this one. it will mix. Like a twisted means it is rotate like one cable upon another cable. Let me see the picture later, I will show you. So now you can focus on that one. So with that one we can avoid the electromagnetic interference, and both the end we will have the RJ45 connector, so we can connect one end to the router and we can connect the another end to the switch, or like this, depending upon our configuration of our design. And in this, each pair is transmitting and receiving, we can say. An RJ45 is an 8-wire connector which is used commonly for connecting the computer and the Ethernet local area network. Twisted cable come into the two variety, that is shelled and unshelled, as I told already. If we see this one, that is a shortcut, we say UTP. UTP is nothing but a unshelled twisted twisted pair cable. Okay, so here if you see here unshielded twisted pair, that is UTP. If you see, it is the most common type of cable used in the network. Almost all the Ethernet LAN are building using UTP cable. Why we are using this one? Because it is flexible and very cost effective, which make them to be used for our network. Copper UTP, we can say, cables are commonly used to connect the desktop computer to the switch. So whatever in our organization, if you see, when we are sitting in our work desk, we have our laptop or the PC or our machine that is connecting to the switch, that is with the help of UTP cable. Okay, and connector we are using is RJ45, as just now I told you. And there is a limitation of this Ethernet cable. There is a limitation for UTP. We can take maximum 100 meter. If you sometime it is working more than 100 meter also, but if you behind the limit, maybe the speed will go down and some packets will drop. So it is recommended that if you are going more than 100 meter, try to use optical fiber cable, the optical cable, not this one. So Ethernet cable, you can remember the length will be not more than 100 meter. Okay, and the receiver and transmitter transmit wide in the UTP cable can be wide with the RJ45 connector both the end, as we told. Now our smart devices like new switches, new router automatically detect. Else we need to roll over the cross cable and straight cable. If you are connecting the similar device, we need to use the crossover cable. If you are connecting to the dissimilar device, then you need to use a straight cable. But nowadays our devices is having already the sensor, with that they can sense and they can adjust automatically. Okay, so which point this one straight cable through used to connect to the device such as PC to router. So the point which I told you already, like if you are using the similar device, we will use the crossover cable, and if you are using dissimilar device, we will use the straight cable. But nowadays if you have a new version of the switch, routers and the PC, automatically it will detect, just use the standard Ethernet cable. The device itself is going to adjust that one. Okay, and the cross cable are used to connect them directly, like device this one crossover means different devices. We can say similar device means crossover. So we discussed already about this one. Now UTP cable is not only used for network but also used for telephone. Like in traditional network, we have telephone line that is using the UTP Cat1 category 1 cable. And if you see, maybe some guys are thinking we will use this only for the network, but we can use for telephone also, but the Cat1 we will use for the telephone. There are several types of UTP cable depending upon the network design. You can choose how it look. You can see this is a UTP cable, not UTP, this one is the STP, because we have two types of cable. If you see here, just now we discussed where I wrote here, this one, this is STP and the UTP. We have two types of cable. Okay, shielded and unshielded twisted pair cable. So this one STP cable is having let me show you here. They are here. Now we are going to discuss the UTP, then we are going to discuss the STP also. So UTP, we have different types of categories. If you want to look, we have like cat 1, cat 2, cat 3, cat 4, 5, 5e, 6, 6a and 7, and there is a speed limit also. If you take this cat 1, it is up to 1 mbps, but if you go for the different cable, it will support to the different speed. And maximum length, how much you can take, this is the length, and the cable type is the twisted pair, and this we are using for the old telephone. And in the ring network we are using the cat 2. Like this, we have different purpose, we are using different thing. Okay, so you can just review this table and try to remember. So if in the interview they ask you about the cabling question, you will have the idea which cable support how much speed, as well as where we will use this one. Okay, and next, if you see STP cable here, if we in this what we can say, we have this foil cover to the cable, and this one is more expensive compared to UTP and difficult to install and manage, and it is required grounding also. So we are not using this one in more our network, but we are using UTP cable. Okay, and here actually I put image, this similar image by mistake, so maybe I need to remove this and I will put the other image later. Okay, so let me put the new image. You can remember this is a STP. UTP is the simple images. At present I don't have, maybe in my laptop I have, so later I will update here. Okay, if you type in the Google, if you want to see the image, you can type in the Google UTP Ethernet cable, you will get the image. Okay, so this image I remove for the UTP. This is the STP image, and now if you see what we will have the cross over the another cable is the coaxial cable. Coaxial cable is the most popular cable used in the television industry. Like in our television site, whatever connection we have for the dish, we use this one to connect our what we can say, our device from receiver to our television, so we can have the different television stations. So this one we are using before, but nowadays no one is using this cable. See, a coaxial cable consists of a copper conductor which is surrounded by insulator, this one, and the insulator mark over the insulator material is copper foil, but no longer used now in the Ethernet connection. So we are not using, but this just have an idea about the coaxial cable and how it look, but we are not using. In the telecommunication field we are using this one for the RF signal, but in our networking we are not using this one. Okay, and then if you see, we have the fiber cable. This is the most important cable we are using nowadays, mostly this one only. So fiber, that is fiber cable, fiber optic cable can be used to support long distance, high bandwidth requirement. So in the long distance we can use this one, like we can connect two different building in a campus, etc. We have two types of mode, single mode and multi-mode fiber can be used. Single mode support high distance and bandwidth, where long distance, but it is more expensive. So remember, single mode means it will support the high bandwidth as well as the long distance, but it is very expensive. And if you see multi-mode optical fiber, it is a type of optical fiber mostly used for the communication over short distance. For small distance we will use this one within the building, and it is cheaper compared to the single mode, but both are expensive only, but compared to single mode this one is less price. And multi-mode link can be used the data rate up to 100 Gbps. And if you see how it look, we have like this, and we can connect depending upon the connector. We have different types of connector. In we have the patch panel. In the patch panel we will connect the cable coming from the outside from the WAN. It will connect to the patch panel. From patch panel we will connect to the router or switches depending upon the different connector. I will show you. These are the different types of connector depending upon your router and switches, whatever the fiber connector you have, we will going to use this one. Okay, so just after watching this video, you have the standard book for the CCNA. Try to review that one, or type in the Google and get some idea about the pictures, how it look. Just we have the theory, so we need to look that one. Okay, and now we will see the power over Ethernet. This is a nowadays we are using, if you remember, if you see in your organization, if you are using the IP phone, if you remember in your organization, if you are using the IP phone, there is no power adapter. No need to connect to the IP phone to the power adapter. Directly when you connect the Ethernet cable to your IP phone, it will get the power up. How it will get the power up? With the help of power over Ethernet. So see here, power over Ethernet is a technology used to power the device through a regular Ethernet network cable. We can use PoE for many devices as given below. We can use for the VoIP phone, IP camera, wireless access point, small router, small switches. So we cannot say like all the devices we can supply, like server I can give the power with the Ethernet cable. We cannot do that one. It is a small power for the small devices we can give, like if you have the VoIP IP phone, if you have IP camera, and if you have the wireless access point and the small router or switches. Like if you go in the parking slot, you have the like CCTV camera. So we did not supply the power, just we connect to the Ethernet and it is working. Okay, so we have two types, like end span, like PoE and span method. Use a switch with integrated PoE, means if we have one switch and it is integrated with the features of PoE, that is end span. Okay, so if you see the end span method, use a switch with a integrated PoE, like you can connect your end device to the switch and it will detect whether the endpoint is PoE compatible or not. If it is compatible, then automatically it will power on. Okay, and we have mid span, that is like if your device is old. Example, if I say your switch is old, which is not having the feature of the PoE, then what we can do, we can buy a separate module which is having PoE and you can connect with that one. Let me draw and show you. Actually, let me open that one. So if you see, let me draw here so it will be clear for you. Example, this is a basic topic. Example, let me select the different nip and different color. Let me take this one. If you see here, we have this is a switch. Okay, this is a switch like this, and it is connected to our example access point and the CCTV camera, and if you say VoIP phone, so this is supporting the PoE and it is working. But if it is old device which is not having that feature, then we can buy the another device, and here this is a switch, it will connect like this, and here we will supply the power, and from here we can connect to the other devices. Okay, like this we can use also, that we can say mid span. And if you see the other one, we can say the other one is a end span. This one, if you see this one, end span is nothing but the automatically which is having the PoE feature. Whenever we connect our IP phone or anything, automatically it is going to detect that one. But if we don't have that feature, then we need to buy a separate device and install that one. Okay, so we can say like with that you can add the PoE feature to your network without adding or replacing your non-PoE switch. So like if you have the old switch, without replacing that old switch, by adding the module, you can enable the feature of PoE. And what is PoE plus means? We can say PoE plus, also known as 802.380. It is the latest IEEE standard that make it possible for the more devices to be support the PoE. Means here we will have the high power class 1, class 2, we will have the more power, but we don't have more detail in this one, so that's why I'm not covering the all detail. Let me show you in the packet tracer. This is a basic packet tracer. We learn this how to use. So what I done, I taken the layer 3 switch and I connected the IP phone here. Okay, let me open the layer 3 switch here. If you see the font size is small. Let me increase the font size also. Okay, so in the preference we will go, and in the font I will go and I will select from here 13. Okay, and I will apply this also. Let me take 13 and apply. So let me open here this one. So now I have little bigger font. So what I can see, I will show you how you can check the PoE feature in your switch. Like if you have this switch, okay, We will go enable, and then if you want to see, you can write show power inline. And if you see this one, power inline, let me maximize this one. Your switch is having the power available is 370 watt. Okay, your switch is capable of supplying 370 watt, and at present it's using 10 watt, remaining is 360 watt. Okay, so with that you can see, okay, total I have this much is using, this much is remaining. And if you see, it will show F0 by 1, it is using the power 10.0, that is 10 watt, and it is connected to IP phone, and it is IP phone is class 3. So there is a level of the power, class 1, class 2, class 3. Okay, so let me take one more IP phone and connect, and I will show you. This is the IP phone I will connect. Okay, so let me take this one also, I will connect here, and we can wait few seconds, so it will be green, or if you want to do, you can press fast forward, so it will go. And then if you want to check, if I will write the, let me write show power inline. If you see, now we have 2, before we don't have. We can see the model also. So if you see, we have 370, we are using 20 watt, remaining is 350 watt. Okay, so this is a concept of power over Ethernet. Just remember, power over Ethernet means with the Ethernet cable we are going to get the power, and we are going to supply that power to our devices, not the big devices, small devices, that is VoIP phone, IP camera, wireless access point. In many places it is difficult to get the power and run the power cable also. So that places it is easy to have the one Ethernet cable connect, and it will power up the device, as well as it will give the data also, like CCTV can capture, and it will send with the power with the data cable, and we will get to the switch, and we will get to the router, and we can store in different location. So I hope this video is useful for you, and it help for you. If you like, subscribe to our channel, share with your friend who is interested in CCNA 200-301 series, as well as we are going to bring more video on the lab, GNS3, EVNG. And if you have any question for any devices or anything, you can write in the comment. We are going to reply each and everything as soon as possible. And next topic, I am going to do SOHO, that is a small office or home office. We are going to do that one, and then we will see whatever is pending. Now your job is just try to review all my videos, and whatever is pending, write in the video, in this video, write in the comments, so I can cover that one before starting the automation, network automation. Okay, so if we start network automation, then after finishing that one, our topic will be finished. Then we can close the CCNA, then we can look for CCNP and Python for network engineer, and the Linux, whatever is useful in our field, we are going to look that one. Okay, so thank you very much. See you in next video. Bye.